You're listening to the Curious About Cannabis Podcast.
You know, the question between use and abuse gets really tricky because it's really hard to standardize. So with alcohol right now, for example, someone could say, well, what is adult responsible use of alcohol? And you can give all these things around risk reduction and never letting your blood alcohol content get above 0.06 and making sure you're hydrated and drinking water. You never drive a car, things like that, right? We know this, right? We have a number on it really around BAC, essentially not letting that point of diminishing returns, right? 0.055 to 0.06. That's where beyond that, you're going beyond the buzz point. We can really put that as a demarcation. That gets tricky with cannabis, right? Because it's almost impossible. What's the terpene profile? When was it harvested? Were the trichomes amber color or were they cloudy, right? Is it more sedating because there's more CBN and the THC started to degrade based on when the person harvested it, regardless if it's a sativa or indica? What if the THC level is 15% versus 25%? Is it one hit or two hits or 10 or one hit of a concentrate? It's almost impossible to quantify that based on all these factors that are playing into it. So I love this question. I'll ask young people, particularly, especially if I used to teach a class like for conduct if students got caught smoking cannabis on campus. So I know they already have experience with it or use it. I would ask the students, what does adult responsible use of cannabis look like? What if you had to describe that to someone? And that is a tough question for people to answer because it's complicated. It's harder to put this like quantifiable number on it. And so again, it's looking at it from kind of these different personal factors. And it's a very complicated one, I would say.